All right, it's been a minute since I've worked on one of these really old ones. So Friday night projects. This is an old, super old push mower. Let's see. 63 is the year. March, so 03, that'd be March 4, that would have been the day. So March 4th, 1963 is when it was made. It is a coast-to-coast chain store that this was made for, and it's called a Rolo-Coaster. 3 horsepower Briggs and Stratton. It's got one of these cool crank tops on it. And this is how you start it. There would have been a cable that ran from here up to here, and you'd have just hit that, and this thing would have gone and started. So that's what I'm going to work on. We'll see. I don't know if I can get it running tonight, but we can at least dive in. Well, the first thing I need to do is I want to take this handle off, and that's going to be a piece of cake, but I need to take this thing off first. So, hey, at least it's got an air filter, and it doesn't look crazy old, but still kind of junky. Ew. But I need to get that thing out. So loosen some of this up. Get this thing off, because what I want to do is set it up here so I've got a good clean space to work, and I don't have to bend over. So, yeehaw. All right, that's better. So, just because I think this thing's going to need quite a bit, I'm just going to pretty much go for the gold right out of the gate. I'll take this carburetor off. That'll drop this gas tank off too, because I know that needs to be cleaned. I'm going to take this top off by these screws. I'm going to take the head off and clean all the carbon out. And I checked it for spark. It doesn't have any, so we'll pop the flywheel off and see if it's got points. Maybe I'll try to fix those. If not, I've got a bunch of coils in there I guarantee that will fit, and we'll just make it go that way. So, all right, here we go. All right, so we got the flywheel off. Take this cover off, and this is where the points and condenser is. So these are points. This basically, as this spins around, opens and shut. That's pretty dramatic, but that opens and shuts. It pulses through here and sends a signal up to this coil. As this flywheel spins around, this magnet flies by this coil and charges it, and then this coil shoots a signal down here. Well, pretty strong one, and that's what lights your spark plug. These points actually don't look too bad. I mean, they're kind of worn, but they're not dirty. And somebody has already kind of been in here fishing around already. So either guessing this thing is bad, or, I mean, maybe these are bad. This doesn't look too bad though to me. Or this coil is bad. So what I'm gonna do, I've got some electronic ones that I've taken off of old mowers in the past. I can clean all that paint off of this and see how it's got this big piece right here, and this one doesn't. This is electronic, so as that flywheel spins around, I don't need this stuff anymore. This basically is the signal and the thing that makes it go boom all at the same time. So I'm just gonna switch it out. All right, so I ran into an issue. I didn't have a coil that fit perfectly. I thought I had a good one. It's actually these screw holes where this mounts in are not the right width. They can be up here, or maybe this was the other one I was looking at. Yeah, it was the other one. This one is actually, you can do it a couple different ways. Problem is it puts it too close to the flywheel. So this is backup I think I had from another project. It's not exactly the right one, but it's an electronic coil nonetheless, so I can still bypass the points. So the main thing is when we light this, when I pull this over, we want to see if we can see some spark in there. I'm just going to do it with my drill for now, and we'll see if we can find anything in there. Yeah! Got this cleaned up. I'm gonna go more on it, but that's where I'm gonna stop. Got that cleaned up, but unfortunately, this thing is toast. So I don't have another one. I don't work on these old engines enough to have taken apart one that I couldn't fix and have a spare, or have a new one. So I've got to order one of these. I think while I'm at it, I'll just get the right coil for it. I know that that zip tie looks super homeless, but it's just to hold the kill wire on for a minute. All I was gonna try to do is get it to pop, but I've got to stop. So I will get a new coil that actually is for this, and a new head gasket, but maybe I'll tear into this anyways.
Elements of the genome that are conspicuous and suggest possible laboratory manipulation. The furring site, however, that has been inserted either by a natural process or a laboratory process greatly increases the transmissibility of this virus, which means various things. It could be the explanation for why this virus
All right, I let it soak overnight. So that, it's kind of hard to see, but that's white vinegar. It was clear. That is just from this gas cap, and it's good. Here's the tank. Let it set, and I've shaken it up a little bit, but look at that nastiness. And that's after working it over pretty hard. But I'll try to get a better picture. But I got nuts and bolts in there that I'm shaking around. I'll do that a little bit more, try to get the rest of the boogers out of there. And we'll start putting this bad boy back together. Since I got the head gasket, I might be able to make it to work today. We'll see. Kind of hard to see, but it's almost perfectly clean in there. It's never going to be perfect because it's almost, almost 60 years old. So, I mean, the fact that it wasn't leaking when I got done is a bonus. So, this thing was bad. That goes inside here, and I have a backup of those. So I did that. And I have a new gasket for this guy. So I'll put that all together now. Got everything fit. I'm gonna screw this spark plug in and put the rest together.
And put some gas in it. Let's see if we can get it to go.
All right, you're supposed to put like 30 weight oil in a bag and squeeze it in there, but it's a little too fragile for that. So I just shot some WD in this sponge because I'm probably, or air filter I guess you would call it, because I'm probably just gonna end up replacing it anyways. Not probably, I will. I think my plan is to probably just take this one all the way. I might restore this one all the way, get new stickers for it, paint it white, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take it down, pour some gas in it, see if it'll go. All right, I gave it a couple tries. It takes a second for it to pump it up, assuming that it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. But we're just gonna skip all that and go for the gold. There we go. Oh, duh. Oops. Throttle about halfway and pop. Well, I've already mowed, so this is kind of pointless, but we're gonna try it anyways. '63.